Hello, my beloved Sagittarians, and happy birthday. This is your reading for your Sagittarius cycle of 2019, which is from November 22nd through December 21st. And it's going to be an exciting one, and we've got some interesting astrology going on, and I'm just going to touch on a couple of points because I don't want to delve deep into it. I'm not an actual astrologist, although I have taken astrology courses. So Sagittarius is the house of I perceive. All right, that's the archetype. Those two words represent it the most. It is the ninth house, which represents higher education and higher thought and learning. Also long distance travel. It is the mutable fire sign of the zodiac signs, which, mutable is able to shift from fixed to startup, right? Go with the flow a little bit. The Sagittarius house represents exploration and movement. Sagittarius does not like to be pinned down. They need their freedom. Expanding knowledge, seeking truth, higher learning. It also represents courts and laws. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet that is the great expander, representing abundance, fortune, freedom, and all things that are yummy and big. And of course, that's all well and good, and what an awesome planet to have represent your sign, but too much of a good thing can lead to gluttony, right? So it's all about expansion and contraction in equal measure. The beautiful I perceive sign of Sagittarius in your highest integrity understands that. So in tarot, it is represented by the Temperance card. And the Wheel of Fortune is the card that is ruled by Jupiter. So you have your beautiful new moon on November 26th, not too long after we've moved into the sign of Sagittarius. Beautiful new moon. This represents your new year. This new moon for you, setting intentions, starting a new cycle. There's a lunar cycle every month, so it's not like, it's one and done. It's an ongoing thing, just like every aspect of life is. But this is your New Year's new moon because this is your birth cycle, Sagittarius. So set those intentions coming from, utilize your gift of this I perceive, this higher learning, this seeking of truth to really set what you truly want for this cycle, because this cycle for you is going to kind of be that navigate your entire year. There's also another thing I want to discuss before we move forward, and that is that Jupiter has been in the sign of Sagittarius and is moving into Capricorn on December 3rd. So, it's been in your sun sign for a long time, illuminating who you are, right? Because this is your first house, your sun sign. It's now moving into your house of money, because the second house is the house of money, finances, everything you value, monetary and material things. So Jupiter also may be leaving you with a beautiful little gift before he moves in. So how is this reading going to play out? I've got two decks here. I've got the Crystal Ally cards and the Hidden Realm Tarot. And this is a reading for your whole month, starting with the basis of what you need to know to navigate through this beautiful cycle of Sagittarius. What lesson are you being asked to learn and take forth with you, hopefully in some mastery, as you move from Sagittarius into the second house of Capricorn? The Spirit card, the outcome by the end of the Sagittarius cycle. And remember what I said, it's just like the lunar phases. It's not the outcome of your life. It's the outcome of utilizing the energies available for you, Sagittarius, through your birth cycle and your beautiful fire element, mutable energy. Fire element represents action, adventure, excitement, passion, play, career. And with that I perceive and that seeker of higher truth within you, you have the opportunity to really grow. And this is the influencer card, the energy surrounding all of the other cards. And then the Hidden Realm Tarot, the same ones are underneath. And I've got one unicorn card and one Abraham Hicks card. I also will be utilizing the bottom card of the deck. That represents what we are coming out from. We just passed through Scorpio, right? The house of transformation. Now we're in the house of I perceive. We move from I transform to I perceive. And if you watch the video from last month, you'll know that we did a lot of transforming, okay? So coming into, first we're going to start with the crystal ally cards, into your beautiful month. I should also mention Mercury has been retrograde and turned direct on November 20th, just a couple of days before we moved into Sagittarius. And once he turns direct, everybody breathes a sigh of relief, but it takes a few days, you know, almost a week for him to really get moving. But what I do want to say about Mercury retrogrades is if you focus all your thought and attention on, oh my gosh, Mercury retrograde's messing this up and messing this up, that is what your reality is going to be, because we do create our own reality. I was born under a Mercury retrograde in the sign of Scorpio. You know, things do come to light and come out of Mercury retrograde. And the way I work with Mercury retrograde is I understand that it is the time of going within. It's the time of really utilizing that integration period within ourselves. We can't just expect to always be moving forward. We have to take a breath. We have to slow down. We have to have time of rest. We're also moving from a water sign of Scorpio into a fire sign of Sagittarius, and that can cause some fire-water polarity elementally for people who have trouble with that, because fire and water are in total polarity of each other, exact opposite. Water is wait, perceive, go within. Fire is act, move, take action, go. So your basis card for this month, what is the basis of what you're going to be navigating through? And you've got the storm element of inner bridges, okay, governed by the beautiful stone kyanite. And yes, this is storm element. And what I'll say about storm is it is an activation element. It's comprised of earth, fire, water, and wind or air. And it comes in when we need to transform and change, but also after transformation come into dynamic balance. Now, you've had a lot of transformation and change through Scorpio. And if you've released what you needed to release, and if you've gone with the flow and allowed this transformation to take place, then what the basis of this month for you is this knitting together of those disparate aspects of self that you have hidden from others or felt weren't good enough or anything like that. But this is the beautiful gift of kyanite. The kyanite on this picture is actually a bridge over the water. Sometimes we burn bridges and they can't be fixed, but we can forgive and let go. Sometimes they do burn and we can mend them. But this is about you within yourself, Sagittarius, this beautiful I perceive, this seeker of higher learning. Cross the bridge and allow yourself to show the world who you truly are this month, okay? This is your sun sign. This is your time to really not want to hide aspects of yourself. Be who you truly are. This is also a message for you that you're going to be connecting with spirit guides, angels. They're available for you, and with your beautiful seeker of higher learning, there's no better place than seeking within your inner self and your guides and angels, because there's a lot of angelic and spirit guide presence here. So you may be connecting with some angels and new guides this month. I highly hope that you open yourself up to that. It can also be bringing a new relationship. You know, the kyanite has that aspect of bringing together, right? Bringing together what was torn apart. But remember, you have to let go and allow what shouldn't be mended, that doesn't need to be mended, that no longer serves, to leave, so you can knit back together the parts that are whole. The lesson that you're being asked to learn and take with you as you go through Sagittarius and move into Capricorn is the prosperity card. So I just said that you're ruled by Jupiter. the planet of abundance, okay? Jupiter's been in Sagittarius and is almost ready to move into your house of finance and will leave you a gift. Are you ready to receive these gifts of prosperity? Do you understand the true meaning of prosperity? This is an earth element card governed by the stone garnet, and earth element represents our whole physical reality. So you're being asked to make sure that you're doing your mental work around prosperity and abundance and what you believe about it. Because if you don't have the self-esteem and the feeling that you're worthy of receiving it, you can't hold it. Earth cannot be held in our hands. It slips through like water if we don't believe we're worthy to receive it. So knitting together, maybe this storm element aspect for you is this knitting together of what needs to heal within yourself so you can learn that there is abundance for everybody. Go out in nature and just look at it. Look at the flow of it. Take time to do that. Do whatever it is, whatever gratitude work, whatever needs to be tweaked in your life to understand the lesson of this card, the message of this earth element, that you can bring in whatever it is you want. And prosperity is not only about money, right? There's wine and grapes and lush greenery. It's a cornucopia of all abundance and joy. The spirit card for you this month is release. Okay, so this is a water element card. So spirit is really wanting you to ask yourself, as you move through the Scorpio season of I Transform and you're into this I Perceive, this seeker of higher truth, this moving forward, you're the expansion, you're the fire element sign of really wanting to seek that higher learning. And, being the Temperance card in tarot is about balance. So spirit is asking you to take a minute to look back, moving from that water element of Scorpio, which is death, taxes, transformation, and change, and make sure you're releasing what no longer serves. Especially utilize this card at your full moon. You've got your full moon in Gemini on December 12th. All right. And the full moon cycle is all about releasing in gratitude for all it is and letting go to get ready to show the world what you've learned and then move into the next new moon. So you're being asked to let go and let God, because this is in the spirit position. All right. And there's a message coming through that release is not about loss. Okay. It's about letting go of the old that needs to move out so you can become that beautiful butterfly of higher learning and movement and expansion and letting go. Sagittarius, you don't like to be pinned down. And the outcome for you through this connecting with self, this learning about true prosperity and the deeper meaning of it so that you can manifest what you truly want, releasing what no longer serves, especially through your thought, your heart, your perceptions of who you are or what you want. The outcome for you is action, okay? So if you see this card, this is a fire element card, by the way, and this is your first fire element card. You've got everything but wind here so far, so you're pretty balanced here. But it's ruled by carnelian, and if you see this man, he is literally jumping from one part of the canyon across this lake to the other side. He does not know whether he's going to make it. He just knows he has to act. So by the close of the Sagittarius cycle, you've got your Mercury turned around. We've got Jupiter moving from Sagittarius into Capricorn, into your house into that second house of finances and abundance. And you're learning about prosperity. So the outcome is you're ready to act. You're ready to get out in the world. You're ready to do this exploration and movement, to take whatever action you need to move forward in your higher truth, higher education, higher learning, You know, and the thing with this is, this fire element card, if you don't take the action when you feel it, fire burns out if we don't tend to it, right? So you'll get this spark. You're going to get this feeling like you got to move. Please trust in it. Please trust your angels and guides. Please trust the divine and release what you need to release, because by the end of your cycle, this is your birthday cycle. This is kind of, that new moon is setting the tune for your whole year. And Jupiter being in your sun sign is a 12-year cycle for you, okay? So take the action that you feel from your inner gut, from the divine, from your higher truth that you need to take, please, and go with it. The influencer is, oh, you did get a wind element. Path of service. This is governed by Chariot. So the influencer around this is to get you on your true path, get you on your path of higher learning, what you know, that higher truth of Sagittarius, that it's just not going to work for you just doing what other people want you to do, or staying invisible, or staying in your little shell, or, you know, refusing to let the caterpillar transform into the butterfly and come out of the cocoon. Because this wind element card is about you flowing toward your path to higher self, higher truth, higher everything. And when you're moving in that way, that's when you do understand what true prosperity is. That's when you do understand that release is a part of growth and evolution and empowerment. You're going to be able to take the action because you're on your true path, not a path of disempowerment, being forced to do what you don't want to do. And the card underneath that it's a message from moving from Scorpio into Sagittarius, is the Hope card. So this is a beautiful little shift. So if you think about just starting on November 22nd, the crystal ally cards are saying to you, you've been through it, okay? Water element, you're moving into fire. There's the fire-water polarity a little bit as we adjust to the new shift. But the message of this Hope card, governed by Spinel, is this too shall pass. Of course it will. Life is a cycle. It's ups and downs and all around. You know, I've been through a lot lately, really intense stuff. And I've utilized going into nature. That has been my salvation. And I've really learned that I can see the blessings at the time of the falling apart now, over just feeling so broken. And then, you know, 2 months later, you see the blessings. And that's when I know that I can hold this space. So water element is saying to you, as you move into your new beautiful cycle of Sagittarius, there is hope. The dark clouds are parting. The death and transformation is moving into this I perceive who I truly am, and I'm ready for that, okay? So now we're going to start with the hidden realm, and the basis from the hidden realm that'll go with the inner bridges is the Queen of Swords. So I know that some of you are men, and the Queen of Swords can represent people, but it can also represent a message, because the Queen of Swords, if you look at her, she knows what she's about, right? She looks very gentle. She's coming from an integrity, higher self. This is an air element card, governs thought, perceptions, ideas. So she knows what she wants, and her sword, her knife, she uses to cut through the clutter, to cut through. She can mend her bridges. She can also cut away the broken ones that don't need to be mended. She knows which ones to connect together, and she's powerful in doing that. So you've got this beautiful Queen of Swords energy to assist you with this knitting together, this storm element of transformation. She's got that knife, and she's not about, this is not a violent thing. This is about her cutting energetically what no longer serves, okay? The lesson for you is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is actually a Sagittarius card. And so you've got a female presence here with a court card with the basis. But what you're meant to learn with the Knight of Wands is to let go of what's holding you back with this prosperity. There may be people in your life that are telling you can't do it, or people that come in and drain your energy and then leave and you're just left drained and not enjoying that. And if you look at the placement, the Queen of Swords is looking right at you. The Knight of Wands is already wanting to run again. So your lesson through this prosperity is to let go of any people or situations that are holding you down, that are triggering lack in you, that are triggering feelings of inferiority. Come from that place of love and higher truth, okay? The Spirit card from the Hidden Realm is the World. Wow. Okay, so Spirit is telling you, this is a major arcana card. The World represents, it's the 21st card of the major arcana. We start with 0, the Fool, and the Fool takes a journey up to the world when you're showing the world who you truly are. You've completed something. Okay, this too shall pass. Remember that message of hope. Spirit is telling you, release that old stuff, people, situations, perceptions, energy, whatever it is that's holding you back, because you're ready to show the world who you truly are, to get out in the world, to seek that higher truth. But you gotta release something that's, and you'll all know what it is within yourself. It's all going to be different. It is water element, so it could be relationships, it could be people, it could be just getting heart-centered and releasing thoughts about yourself that are holding you back. The outcome from the Hidden Realm is Shadow Dance. Interesting. So this is in regular tarot the Devil. And the Devil is ruled by Capricorn. So for some of you, this could be a Capricorn assisting you with this action you need to take. For some of you, it might be about, because the Shadow Dance message is different from the standard Devil in the regular tarot deck. You see this couple in the background. They're celebrating their physicality. They're out in nature. The message is for you to balance out spirituality and physicality, all right? You are governed by the Temperance card, which is the balance card. You are governed by Jupiter, which is abundance and can overdo. So for you, moving forward into Capricorn, and remember, this card is ruled by Capricorn, just make sure that as you take this action, you're balanced with play and work, and if there is this person or someone that's distracting you and coming and going and you're not feeling it, and you feel like you're being taken advantage of, this is important for you, because the outcome is to balance physicality. Some of you, it's going to be that you've overdone it. In America, there's Thanksgiving, there's all kinds of stuff going on. It's the holiday season. For some of you, it's denying your physicality, focusing too much on thinking that, physicality is bad, and it's not, okay? You're moving forward now into, winter solstice is December 21st, the last day of Sagittarius as we move into Capricorn. And it's equal measures of day and light, balance. So you're going to be taking action, but you need to understand there's a time for play and joy and physicality. It's spiritual, just as spiritual as meditating, okay? But nothing done too much can be a good thing. So make sure you're getting your rest, make sure you're taking care of yourself, and that everything's balanced. Because remember what I said about this action card, it's going to feel intense. You want to take the action from the higher truth aspect of self. The message to you from transitioning from into I transform Scorpio into I perceive Sagittarius, and this is a beautiful card for you, is the Hermit, another major arcana card. You've got 3 major arcana cards here: the World, Shadow Dance, and the Hermit. So this is a big deal. And this message for you is about understanding you're on this new seeker of higher truth. You're on this new 12-month cycle of adventure. You're able to draw from this reading and move into that connection of what you perceive. What is your higher truth? What are you seeking? Where do you want to go? This is your journey, my beautiful beloved Sagittarians. This is your month. This is about you. It's not about other people who are trying to hold you back or telling you you can't be that, you can't do that, you aren't that, you're not good enough. That's what you're being asked to move and take with you from the transformation house of Scorpio into this, I perceive, beautiful fire element of Sagittarius. And the influencer is the High Priestess. Wow, you've got another major arcana. This is definitely going to resonate and reverberate for you through the year. Okay, so on this path of service, you have the energy of the High Priestess guiding you, number one. The veil is very thin at this time of year between spirit and the natural world, the physical world. But there's also a message. The moon is full, but you can't always, the message of the High Priestess is keep this to yourself. This is about you. You don't need to share, especially with this lesson here. You don't need to share and tell everybody what's your new path, what you're ready to move on. This is for you. Not everybody always understands that. Sometimes we overtalk and overtell. We should only be discussing and talking when we feel really good. It's better to connect with yourself. This is a time of going within. That's what the influencer card, the message is for you. Seek your higher truth. Your higher truth might not be, well, it isn't going to be the same as anybody else's because you're a unique soul. And you can't be pinned down, Sagittarius. You have to burn. You have to move. You have to find that way. Okay, because it does also govern long distance travel, your house. You guys like to move. You're the archer. Okay, so the Abraham Hicks energy that ties in with this, the message from that, which is, all about that, Abraham's teachings are really about all of our thought creates reality, and that our source within us is what we truly need to connect with and align with in order to move forward and be on our path and be at our best and manifest our heart's desire, which all of us have the ability to do. So your message is, I intend to co-create from my place of positive attraction, which goes very well with the I perceive, with your higher truth, with this mutable fire element energy of Sagittarius. It says here, the individual creators who are coming together must be in a place of positive attraction before they come together, or nothing positive can come out of the co-creation. This ties in with your lesson of learning about prosperity and learning about these Knight of Wands people that come and go and disrupt things, okay? If you are negatively focused and not feeling good, you can only attract others who are in the same state of negative attraction. That is why looking for a mate from a place of insecurity or lack of anything can never bring you the mate you really want, but instead brings one who amplifies your current lack. So if we take this message of we attract if we're in a state of lack, that's what we're going to attract, and move from connecting the pieces together to move into that higher alignment, understanding that to learn this lesson of what true abundance is, let go of these, you don't have to beat yourself up. We all do it, right? We all do it, and it can change in an instant. It's not something that takes months and months if you can stay aligned to that higher truth. Because the world is your oyster, Spirit saying, release that. Release those negative thoughts. Release that and come from that aspect of what you truly want. And that's the balance of the shadow dance. And then you're going to take the action you need. You're on your path. The last card is from the Unicorn realm. Oh, wow. You got the Magic card. This is one of my favorite cards. Believe in the messages that have come through for you. Resonate with them in your own way. They're all going to be different. Believe in miracles. Magic is everywhere, okay? It's all around you, especially if you connect with the natural world. So the unicorns are blessing you with magic this month. You are magical. This is your birth month. You're all celebrating on different days. Happy birthday, by the way. And I have lots of Sagittarians in my family, which I love them all. Shout out to you guys. And I hope this reading resonates with you. But just please remember, the unicorn energy, the archetype of the unicorns is to allow us to align with our true path, our higher truth. They never see this as wrong, and they don't, polarity doesn't exist for them. There's no polarity. Everything is of the divine, and so is physicality. And that's when the magic can happen, when we release these perceptions of I'm not good enough. That's when the prosperity can come in. So the unicorns will hold space for you. They grant soul wishes. So make a wish, make a birthday wish, and please just have at it. It's amazing. It's amazing for you, Sagittarius. So I hope you like this. Please like, share, subscribe. And if you would like a private reading with me, you can get in touch with me. I'm on Instagram and Facebook as well. You can send me a private message and we can set up a soul path reading appointment for you. And I just wish you all the best, all my love.